Hello, Collective. This is Tam from Artemis Oracle doing your what's the news reading. Let's see what you need to look out for whenever you happen to come across this reading. This reading is timeless. So what's the news? What news does my collective need to know at this time? We have spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, untrustworthy. Okay. So let's see what other cards come up before we oh, we got 3 cards. Okay. Okay. All right, so we have spilling the beans, then we have numbing, self-medicating addictions, irrational behavior. And then we have time, delay, procrastination, too busy. And spilling the beans. And then the bottom is long haul, in it to win it, long-term intentions, invested. You know, I don't really get anything bad from this. I just feel like this is just like the spilling the beans. It does have untrustworthy, but I don't feel like it's that. I feel like somebody is going through something and it may be coming to light. You may be learning about this and they may be trying to do things to make themselves feel better. You know, that currently they may be feeling numb. They may be going through a difficult situation and they're trying to find a way out of it. And they may feel like they're running out of time, or that there's time that they need to take some sort of quick action. You know, with irrational behavior, I feel like that's what's really sticking out to me more so than the self-medicating and addictions. When you consider the time and the long haul, you know, I feel like this is something that needs to be clarified more. I feel like I have to use tarot for this. What tarot do I use? Okay, what is this? No, I don't know. I'm thinking tattoo tarot. I want to use the tattoo tarot. For some reason, I just saw that with my mind's eye. And when I picked up that. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have, well, other reversals. And my deck is not in reverse. So the Hermit energy is coming out. All right. And when I split the deck, the Page of Cups. I did a reading. And it's a tarot reading with the Edgar Allan Poe. And the Hermit card as well as the Page of Cups came out. So that may be significant. Some of you may have water sign energy or Virgo energy in your chart. We're currently in a Mercury retrograde. Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. Okay, so what is the spilling the beans about? So I feel like this person feels like they have to act quickly before an opportunity runs out. It's something that may bring in like it says, long-term intentions. But I want to say long-term investment. There's too many cards. Too many cards. Okay, this was in reverse, which is interesting because I'm gonna leave it like that. Reverse. Okay, I'm gonna leave the Two of Pentacles came out in reverse. Two of Pentacles has to do with juggling. It's about balancing. It's about someone's maybe imbalanced. They may be feeling imbalanced. Something may be imbalanced in their life. You know, we have the Sun card that came out with the Four of Cups, with the Temperance, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. That's just too much. The Sun, which has to do with happiness, overcoming or being happy or no longer being happy. You know, things were better before, but they may have faced some sort of disappointment and they're waiting for the right offer, or maybe someone's waiting for an offer that's going to bring some type of happiness, that's going to bring maybe a reconciliation with the Temperance card, or bringing some balance. Maybe someone is, I wanted to say alchemizing, Their energy, maybe trying to turn things around, trying to bring more balance within themselves, ground themselves, but emotionally ground themselves. Now, because we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is stable, secure, learning that, but the actions they take are for there to be long-term stability. They don't act recklessly. They're very observant, strategic, and very methodical in their movements and actions, because they're looking for long-term gains, not short-term satisfaction. And then we have the Ace of Swords. You know, I feel like this person is looking for some type of mental clarity, and the sun does bring clarity. So there may be something coming to light that's bringing clarity into a situation. Why am I doing that? But I'm gonna put those cards back in the deck. So, spilling the beans. There may be something coming out. You may be finding that somebody is currently imbalanced in some way. And what really stands out to me are the other waves. So there may be an emotional imbalance going on within this person. Even though the pentacles are about material resources, it could be about financial instability. It could be just instability in their life. The Two of Swords was flipped over. I just corrected it. But Two of Swords is prevalent too. I mean, we have the moon there, person moon. This person maybe trying to block something out. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Maybe this person may be blocking a Queen of Cups energy. Or this person could be a Queen of Cups energy who is using their intuition, trying to regain some type of balance or emotional balance, emotional groundedness, ground themselves emotionally, you know, going within. Because when I first learned tarot and I was looking at the cards intuitively, I felt like the Two of Swords was not so much about indecision. It was more about following your intuition. You know, not letting external factors distract you from your truth. It's going within and finding that truth within yourself, and not allowing other people to cause any type of confusion or influence in whatever decision you're trying to make. So it's about, for me, I found that the Two of Swords is about going within and trusting your intuition, you know, and blocking out any influences. So this person, whoever this person is, maybe going with their intuition more so, or they may be unsure about how to invest in a Queen of Cups. So, but they're going internally. They're going by how they're feeling. But if you think about the Numbing card, this person could be blocking out their emotions too. They may be wanting to look at things from a logical standpoint, but also blocking out any external influences in a way. They probably want to look, they probably are wanting to know if, trying to feel out or sense whether a Queen of Cups energy is stable or is unstable. Okay, let's find out about Numbing. Okay, Numbing. Emotionally unstable. Knight of Wands energy, Ace of Cups. What came to my mind is somebody's like trying to quell or like calm their desires, because the Knight of Wands is someone who's very passionate and stuff. But if you're considering this in a love aspect, and with the Ace of Cups coming out of there, maybe this person wants to not be so passionate and not so sexual, but they probably want to know, does love exist in this dynamic? You know, is there real love in this, you know? Or is this Three of Cups? Is this just like a good time? You know, is this something for a long time or a good time? Good time, short time, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because the Three of Cups is about celebration, it's about coming together, but it's also about having fun. So is this a relationship that is just more so sex-based? Or is this a relationship that there is actual emotions, feelings involved? You know, is this a good time Is this for a good time or a long time? So, but with the time card, I feel like this person is trying to like maybe not allow their desires to influence them in some way when it comes to a Queen of Cups energy, which is someone who is loving and caring and compassionate, you know, but someone that they could have a lot of desire for, you know. But with the Ace of Cups, it's like I feel like this person wants to kind of, you know, block the physical urges that they may have towards somebody, and to see if love exists within the situation, you know. Is this a relationship that can be built off of love, and there could be like celebration of happiness, or is this more so a sexual relationship in some way, you know? It could be that. What is this? Three of Cups. Three of Cups. This person may be feeling like inspired too. They may be inspired to express emotion or express a desire to, you know, move the relationship to a different phase where, you know what just came to mind? This person may be considering inviting someone out, inviting you out to a date. Yeah, inviting you out. What the fuck? This is lovers. Oh my. Tarot card drop. This is definitely like someone wanting to know. Because look at the lovers. They're like, the snakes are entwined. I don't know how snakes mate. I don't know if they're monogamous animals or are they polyamorous. You know? I need to know about that. And then we have those two flowers there and these two snakes that just like, they're like licking each other's tongues and stuff. Oh my god. Images, okay. Okay, let's find out about this time. What card was that? The Seven of Pentacles, about seeing results, you know, being patient, you know. I wonder if this person is thinking that time is running out. Okay, tell me about time. Time is Two of Wands. This someone's at a crossroads. They need to make some sort of decision about what steps they want to take. I see red flowers, red and white flowers here. That may be significant. There's also a lotus. Okay, we have the Death card. Oh my god, but didn't they say flowers? And there's two roses in this. They need to make a decision about something. You know, are they going to look at the card that came out? Oh wow. Hopefully it's not that, you know, but look, I just saw the Justice card and that made me think of Libra. So then we have Scorpio here too. So this person may have a choice between two people. They may be choosing between a Libra energy or bringing justice within a relationship, you know, bringing justice, ending an old cycle and coming into a new cycle, so that there can be balance and honesty, truth in a situation. But we also have this blindfolded figure here, which is Libra energy as well, right? What I'm getting is this person with the lovers. I mean, like, worst case scenario, this person is dealing with two people and they have to make a choice about who is going to bring them happiness, you know? Or it could simply be this person has to make a decision at crossroads, but they're weighing the options, like weighing which approach they should take, and if whatever they decide, they're not sure exactly what the end point may be, unless they already envision and they could already sense. Like if they take one pathway, they know it's going to end, or if they take a different pathway, it's going to allow take the relationship to the next step. It's going to transform the relationship or connection. But ultimately, it's all about happiness, you know, with whatever decision that this person has to make when they're at this crossroads. And we have 222 here. We have the 2. 222? Is it 222? I swear I saw it something with 2. Whoa. We saw the 2 of Swords. We have the 2 of Wands, right? And we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, the 2, I don't know why I said 222, but That may be significant to you in some way. But I thought I saw something else. Oh yeah, we do. We have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. So we have the Two of Pentacles with the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. So 222. We don't see the Two of Cups. Let's see if it shows up. But we have, I feel like this person has to make a decision, and whatever decision, they have to be happy with what may end up happening. You know, they have to be sure and that whatever decision that they make, they're gonna have to be okay with the result. You know, so if they decide to end the situation, they have to be okay with it. If they decide to transform the situation, then they have to know they'll be happy with it. You know, and the Eight of Cups is about emotional dissatisfaction. You know, not being content or satisfied with the way things are, and maybe wanting to change things. This person, kind of giving Jesus energy, you know, is looking towards the sun slash moon for guidance, for inspiration, for, you know, hope in some way. And then we do have the sun here. So this person is like wanting to go towards what will bring them happiness in their life, you know. We have the Hierophant here. So this could possibly be about making a decision about committing to someone. And then we have the Seven of Wands. It's about maintaining boundaries and protecting your heart, protecting your feelings. And this could be something that's scary too, you know, like, you know, you want to go towards something that makes you happy, but you also, there's a risk, you know. So sometimes you're going to have to push the boundaries when it comes to yourself, not pushing other people's boundaries, but, you know, pushing past your own comfort zones, but pushing past anything that may be blocking you from something that can be emotionally fulfilling. You know, it could be your mindset, it could be how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, your any anxiety you may be experiencing, past relationships and fears tied to things repeating in a new relationship, which is totally normal. Okay. Yeah. Let me see what was next to the Hierophant. I want to see. We have the Star. Wait, that's not the Star. That's the Eight of Wands with the Four of Swords. Okay. With this, what could the possible outcome be? Page of Cups. We saw that in the beginning when I split the deck. The Page of Cups and the Hermit. And the Eight of Cups kind of looks like the Hermit energy. It's like soul searching. The Page of Cups. So this person may be communicating, an emotional communication. But what is the communication about? What is the communication? What is the possible outcome? Communication coming forward. What's the possible outcome and communication? About what they want to see happen, what they want to see in the relationship. But what, this is a lot of cards. This is a lot. That's too many cards. Yeah, this person has been overthinking about the past, because there's two Nine of Wands cards in this deck, and for me the black and white one is past. So someone may be overthinking about past experiences, past wounds, past pains, past hurts. They may be recovering from that, you know. But when you look at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Five of Pentacles. So remember, I mentioned mindset, lack mindset. This person may not think highly of themselves. You know, they may feel that they've been left out in the cold, that no one understands them, nobody cares about them, and nobody sees their value, and that brings them some sort of sadness and dissatisfaction and disappointment, you know, which can be the Eight of Cups, walking away from that, walking away from the past But then the Eight of Swords is about overthinking. So this person can possibly have a bad habit of overthinking the past. And you know, with the High Priestess is maybe that's something that you already see, you already understand, you already know, and you already know, see, has to end before something can start off, you know, with the Page of Wands energy, you know. And then we have these red flowers here again. So red flowers may be very significant because red flowers is prevalent in this reading. And so I see a lot of red flowers. There's red flowers here, red flowers in the on the World card, and red flowers here. So that may be significant in some way. Look at that. This person doesn't realize that they are someone who is very loving and caring and compassionate, emotionally mature. But I feel like with the Knight of Wands coming out, I feel like they're just so focused on the past that they're unable to see who they can truly be or who they truly are at this time, you know. And once they are able to unveil, like shed this thing about themselves and really like see themselves for who they really are, who they are deep down inside, that's gonna allow them to kind of end this cycle of pity, self-pity that they are experiencing, because I feel like this is more so them than anything else, and then they can find that spark within themselves again. So I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope it was helpful in some way. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. My name is Tam. I'm your reader, and I'm wishing you a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening ahead. Bye.